it took such a long time for this to debut during the game that I was like, maybe I'll just react and then I'll break it down in the morning. But I'm awake now, boy, because that was an amazing special look. I'd say it's a freaking new trailer. There is so much new footage, but because it's so late and because there's so much fabulous stuff to go over, we're going to get right to it. But there is one thing I want to say first. I think it's interesting that they're really doing it. Kevin Feige really has created, that bastard, he's really created his own Amazons. And this movie, of course, comes out just a month before Wonder Woman 1984. And I like both. I gotta say, as someone who's partial to wearing black, the Black Widows look pretty freaking cool. And it's interesting, I commented on this earlier today with my Oscar coverage, that Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow movie is full of actors of the same caliber, whereas Margot Robbie in Birds of Prey, also a girl team-up movie, female team-up movie, really worked hard to make sure that she was the alpha, right? And we'll see what strategy works out the best. Even here, this is more modern and utilitarian, stripped down, in a really cool way. She's, as I said in my trailer reaction for this special look, she's turned herself into Bucky, and Bucky has the coolest action sequences in the MCU. So that's just so cool. So basically, they're all, the Black Widows are all a bunch of Winter Soldiers. And he was supposed to come from the same program, by the way, until they changed it that he came from Hydra. I wouldn't mind if they tinkered with that and put it back, quite frankly, especially with this development. But then the Amazons, of course, are more glamorous, right? They're classic in every sense of the word, of course, having a Greco-Roman origin. All right, so anyway, let's break this down. It's amazing. So I'm going to geek out about it for the whole rest of this video. Okay? It's like everything I ever wanted in a Black Widow movie, and things I didn't even know I wanted. Kate Shortland, this director, was a good choice. She did a movie about a girl who discovers that it's not good to be it's interesting. It's like Jojo Rabbit, but I think, in my opinion, more effective, but not anywhere nearly as watched. But she got this gig, and so she's dealing with these other, brainwashed women. And it's amazing. I know that Marvel has a second unit directorial team all set up to handle the action sequences, but it seems like a match made in heaven. She does the drama, they do the action, and it has a different look. It looks better. Like the same thing was done for Captain Marvel. I said I was going to get started, but I get so excited. But Captain Marvel, I thought, we all felt, they had directors who weren't particularly experienced, and I think that really came across visually at the film. But Kate Shortland's movie had a very cinematic feel to it, even though she doesn't have a lot of experience, and that's carried over to this movie. Oh, it's so amazing. All right, let's get started. And right off the bat, we have something amazing. So I was like, I hope there's new footage. And I was like, oh, yes, it's a new shot of the city. Let's play a new favorite game. Can you spot the Black Widow? Where's Black Widow? Like, where's Waldo? There she is. There's one of them. And who knows how many else are planted around this building. And I think Natasha knows it, which is why she's so nervous. But how cool is that? She really blends in. I was like, another shot, I thought it was Natasha, but it's another Black Widow. And so I was like, where are they in this movie? I better keep my eyes peeled. And sure enough, I was rewarded. And there she is. It's so great. Okay. So, as you can see, very derelict building. I love it. It's very good production design. Right out, classic spy movie. But the twist is that it's comic books, very much like how The Winter Soldier, was one of the first comic book movies to really genre bend or genre assimilate. And this reminds me of a lot of spy things that we've seen. Go watch The Spy with Sacha Baron Cohen. It's phenomenal miniseries on Netflix. But Scarlett Johansson looks really cool. And I have to say, she's pulling off an incredibly unflattering outfit. But she just she's radiating such coolness, and that she's just such a professional. She's a trained killer with a heart. As this movie is working very hard to demonstrate, although we know that she sacrificed herself on Vormir. But she can wear anything, and it's that's the thing. It's all about confidence. Confidence is sexy, and she's just radiating it. It's amazing. All right, so she's got some hidden. She hid herself some goodies. That's so cool. I love how she thought ahead. Who knows? She could have thought years ahead, because you never know. Black Widow, it's like being a Girl Scout in Russia. So she's like, I have to say, Florence Pugh's accent is quite good. Although she does drop it. One of you was like, oh, did she intentionally drop it? Is she trying to send a message? I'm like, I think she's trying to send the message. She needs a little more time with her voice coach. But Florence Pugh is an incredibly talented actress, and she has quite the fandom online already, but it's niche. This movie's going to blow her up big time. And don't worry, I do believe she will be the new Black Widow as Yelena Belova. Not to say that someday Scarlett Johansson's Natasha won't come back, but they're going to give her a little bit of a rest, and I think you'll let Yelena take over. And I think we're all going to be very happy with that. All right, so she's like, wait, where are you, sister? Oh, by the way, yeah, it always kind of bothered me that Natasha never had a Russian accent. So I do like that Yelena has one. I guess because Natasha wants more to separate from her past, whereas I think maybe Yelena's a little bit more of an anti-hero, which is great, because that's what Black Widow is supposed to be. Although I have no problems with how Scarlett Johansson has played the role. She's really done a fantastic job. So she's like, oh, I tried to do some good, to prove that I'm more than a trained killer is the line. She finishes it in a moment. This is so Bucky-like with the SWAT team headed in. I'm like, where are you that says SWAT instead of being in a foreign language? All these guys are all going down. They're going up against Black Widows. Black on black. But that's a great line. I like that line quite a bit, that she wants to, it's a little bit like I've got a lot of red in my ledger. That Black Widow, she's a poet and she doesn't even know it. It's late. Okay, all right, so anyway. See, again, walking in the street, that's a really hideous outfit, and she looks amazing. It's like when Bucky walks around. That's supposed to be her boyfriend. I'm so upset that would never materialized. All right. So I thought that was Natasha. It's another Black Widow sporting another excellent braid. They have, weapons training and also hair braiding. Because, you can't really braid your own hair like that. That's hard to do. No wonder there have to be so many of them. They have a braid circle before they go out. That's an amazing shot. And again, it's right out of like a Bourne movie. It reminds me a lot of the recent Gemini Man. It's really on target when it comes to the genre, and that makes it seem more real. Oh, it's so good. All right. And again, I love everyone's black leather outfits. All right. They're surrounded, and they know it. But they're not worried, because they are trained. So that's where she has the line. And I love this closet. Talk about a walk-in closet, Yelena. So she has bullets and different wallets and harnesses and machine guns. Oh, she looks great. I love the shoulder pads in her jacket. Very Russian. She looks more Russian than Scarlett Johansson does. And Scarlett Johansson looks pretty Russian. Florence Pugh. Couldn't get better casting. Pew, 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 pew. Let's have a shootout. All right, now here. I love how these Black Widows come in through the ceiling, right? And they're so cool. They all have different looks. I like how they're all the same, yet they also all make it their looks their own. I love it. They encourage some individuality in the Black Widow program, which you wouldn't think they would, but apparently they do. All right, so they're coming in through the ceiling, and they're ready for them. She's like, don't kid yourself, we're all trained killers. And then she drops her accent because maybe it is intentional, because she's an Oscar-nominated actress. Thank you very much. Maybe they're going to be suddenly passed for Americans. So she's like, oh, look at that! I turned it off. I flipped the accent switch while talking. This is a great shot. And again, Bucky had some of his finest moments on motorcycles. She stole his look, and I don't even care, because it's an homage to Bucky. She's doing such a great job. So I like how they're riding in tandem. They seem like one unit. It's fantastic. Oh, they're really selling it. And look at that. Look how they start to pick up speed. Oh, it's so exciting. Let's go. I'm ready. And so here come the other Black Widows after them on their motorcycles. They seem to have lighter bikes. So that means we're going to be having some bike tricks. I'm ready for it. Women can do cool action sequences too, and I'm so ready. Now, what I love about this, okay, we're going to get to everybody wearing a white suit in a moment. White suits for everyone. I almost wish that Red Guardian, David Harbour, had one. So Yelena's like, who's we? And apparently part of this is Red Guardian, so they're breaking him out of this... I don't know if they're breaking him out of this prison facility, if he's in a prison, or I think it looks like he just works here, right? Because that guy has the same tank top on, or maybe they're all prisoners. It's nice of them to give them matching hats and jackets, although Russia's funny that way. So I love that. Look, it's so great. David Harbour. Again, confidence is sexy, because you would not look at that and think, oh, that's sexy. But it's sexy because he just has so much confidence and he's just radiating charisma. It's fantastic. All right. So, wow, he's still very powered up. Oh, look, she's doing the flip fighting. Nice job, Rachel Weisz. She looks great. I'm curious to see she's supposed to turn into a villain, But so look for the double cross from Rachel Weisz sometime during this movie. I love how they all keep their uniforms clean. It's amazing. So they do this again. I don't love this gag, but it must have played well with a lot of people because they repeat it here. But he adds the water weight defense. You look great, David Harbour. Don't listen to anybody. So they say the Black Widow program is back and better than ever. Work it, ladies. They're doing their runway class right now. No, they're not. They're working out. Look at that. She looks fantastic. I love it. I love that it's a diverse group of widows. Like, again, different yet the same. I think it's really excellent. And there's some more in the courtyard. They also look amazing. It's so cool. It's like, I just love to see how they each kind of individualize their look. They're not like Rockettes where they're all the same height and they all kind of are supposed to be interchangeable. It's so cool. You're like, I want to get to know that Black Widow and that Black Widow. Where are you from? What's your story? And Marvel's like, excellent. We will make a Disney Plus series. All right, so here are our main Black Widows. Now there's Taskmaster showing off. Look at him flipping around. He's like, oh, so he's obviously like on some kind of rope. And look at his form. I would show off if I had that kind of form. It's interesting, the way he carries himself. It's a little gender ambiguous. In fact, some of you even feel that it might be a woman in there. It's not. It's O.T. Fagbenley. I will bet you money that that's who it is. Who said he's a love interest for Natasha? I'm curious. But anyway, he copies everyone, so it makes sense that he would copy their body language. So he comes in, beautiful, like a swan. All right, and so look, so they got some really great fighting here. This is excellent. Look at that shot. That's a thing of beauty. Through the destroyed car window at an angle. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. So she fires with his little shield, right? Now look at this. This is very interesting. All right, so I like that he peeks around it. He's like, I'm trying to copy you. I got to see you to copy you, because that's what he does. He observes you, and then he can do exactly what you can do. I don't know how he knows what you're going to do next, though. I guess he can kind of read it off of your body language as well, because he's obviously very visually oriented. So she's like, what the what? She looks amazing there. That's a gorgeous shot. Again, it's like, it's not a glamorous look, but she still looks really stunning and cool and amazing. It's a great shot. She looks really cool. And look at that. I wonder, when he threw that shield, has he been watching Cap footage? I wonder, because you're going to find out in a moment he doesn't even need that shield. She's like, Cap was my friend, and you're no Cap. Or he is my friend, because this is before Avengers Endgame. So, I love this. Okay, so we saw that shot before, them all working out, but this is new. Although you see Elena there also in the white suit. There's a better shot of her in it later. But here's Black Widow. And I like that, she's not a Mary Sue. She doesn't feel she necessarily has this. It's 3 against 1. I think there's actually more of them. Four against 1. So it's like, whoa. By the way, the decor in that room, what era is it? Who knows? It's Russia. So a lot of that stuff's out of date. Apologies if anyone's watching from Russia. So she's firing her Black Widow sting. We finally get the Widow sting. And I like that it's red. I never appreciated that it was blue, because that's off brand for Black Widow. It's supposed to be red. So she electrocutes. I like how it kind of lingers on the person. It really pluses the character in the way that she needs to be, so some people stop making fun of her and saying she can't keep up with the rest of the group. She can. If Bucky can, she can. So I don't want to hear it. All right, now look there. Boy, Yelena loves the shoulder pads, huh? So she's doing the classic running away from an explosion. She has shoulder pads too. I wonder where they all ring. I guess for fighting, maybe. I don't know. But maybe this is the double cross. We'll see what's happening here. But or maybe it's the helicopter's just crashing. Rachel Weisz is like, I'm not going to double cross you. And I'm like, I know you're a comic book character. I'm concerned. She has a red streak in her hair. That's an interesting choice. I wonder what's going to go on with that. So look at that. So as he's flipping, I was so mesmerized I missed it for a second. But I want you to see, because at first I was like, stop shooting his shield. Shoot around the shield. It's a tiny shield. And she is. She shot him point blank in the mask, and that is obviously bulletproof as well. He's like, this shield, well, it's not for decoration, but I don't needs it. She's like, who is that guy? But like in a funny way, I like the way she asks it. Almost like, I kind of like am concerned about having to fight him, but I'd also maybe like his information, because maybe we should have dinner. I like the way they both flip up together. That's really cool. That's great. He really is a stickler. You have to do the backhand too. He's like, no, yes, the mirror effect is my thing. I was very strict on that with the guild when I registered. So Black Widow. Oh, it's going to do well. It's going to be very competitive in the summer market. I am excited. Bucky's probably like, how do I get a Disney Plus show? And Scarlett Johansson got an entire movie. And it's like, well, she's Scarlett Johansson and you're Sebastian Stan. And he's like, well, all right, fine. Maybe I can be in Black Widow too. And I'm like, you can! We would love it. All right, so what do you think? Thank you for going over this with me. Share your thoughts down below. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.